Can men menstruate?
Yes.
Yes. We're running into people today that are saying absolutely not. Of course they can't.
They're probably not queer, are they? They're probably not queer then.
I didn't ask them.
Yeah.
So queer men can menstruate?
Any men who have a uterus could menstruate.
A man has XY. What's up with chromosomes? I'm sorry, I'm being so rude. I apologize. But you're incorrect. Because we're talking about anatomy, biology. Like if you were to have surgery, they need to know what sex you are. So women, that's why she ran off.
No, I said I was crossing after the next flight.
This is very serious what's going on in America because they are indoctrinating students. They're indoctrinating students to go against their parents. And this is Marxism, this is socialism. I'm very familiar with it. And I want everybody to educate themselves because it happened in Russia, it happened in Germany. Nazis are socialists. Communists are socialists. And it's the same tree, just different branches.
So are they, I mean, you know, a lot of these students seem to be learning this when it comes to gender theory in classrooms. And that's oftentimes why we hear responses like that. You do not subscribe to that ideology or belief system that men can menstruate, correct?
No, because a man has different chromosomes and you need to have ovaries to have a menstrual cycle. So if you don't have ovaries, fallopian tubes, vagina, you're not going to menstruate. Like animals, female animals, they have a menstrual cycle. Male animals do not.
Why are students telling us yes oftentimes? I mean, she was telling me that queer men can menstruate. Why are so many students saying that? Like, it's a common thing that we're running into today. It's like 50% of the students we're talking to.
Because all you need to do is go on every university, private schools, and look at the curriculum that they're indoctrinating children with. And it happened in Nazi Germany. They have the schools in communist countries. And it's very serious. And people have... I was in the military, okay? They have indoctrinated...
Thank you for your service, by the way.
That's a long story. But they have taken positions in government. They have taken positions in schools to bring about their ideology. And it's very radical. It's extreme radicalism. And when they accuse people of... I'll give you an example, because I'm black. One way they can spread this indoctrination is they'll say, well, that's anti-black. Or you're being racist. But I know what Marxism is. I know what socialism is. And they will hide it under a guise. Well, we're going to teach first graders about sex. And we're going to do this because this is about equal rights. But it's not about equal rights. I'm going to stand and fight against racism.
You're saying using that persona of equal rights to push through some power grab, basically, is what you're referring to. It's almost a divide and conquer type of strategy.
It is divide and conquer. It actually comes down to Marxism. If people read about Marxism, really read about Marxism, socialist Marxism, they'll see it's right here on these universities, and they started in the private schools, and now they're going to the charter schools, and they're going to the public schools, and they're teaching, like in socialist countries, to be spies, so we spy on each other. Don't tell your parents. Trust the teachers. Don't trust your parents. Your parents have to take care of you. Your parents should be your support system. It happened in Europe. We better wake up. It's happening now.
I got a quick question for you. I Googled this, right? And I want your thoughts on this, because the very first thing that pops up on Google, we can read it together. Having a period is not a feminine thing, and people of all genders menstruate, including non-binary people, agender people, and even plenty of men. That's the first thing that pops up on Google. Does that surprise you or no?
No, that's called PSYOPs. I want everybody to familiarize themselves with PSYOPs, psychological operations. That's what it is. It's misinformation. It's actually, you have military strategies being implemented in college universities. And we're American. I'm going to say this right now. I don't care what political party you are. I'm not going to fight against you because we have a lot of enemies coming against Americans. Instead of being divided, we need to be united. We can think differently. We don't have to agree, but we got to stop fighting each other. Because now they're in America and they're trying to take us over. They're literally trying to take us over.
What would you say is the best way to push back on this ideology, infiltrating the education system and everything like that? What would your feedback for people maybe at home watching, what would that be?
Well, I could say...
So if somebody responds like this lady does, what would you tell people to say?
I would tell everyone to reach out to their congressman. When they write laws, we have a voice. We could say we don't want this law written. Every Thursday in Philadelphia, you can go down to City Hall and you can voice your opinion. Show up to schools. Whenever they're passing laws, you have to show up.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your time. Anything else, Lisa, that you wanted to add? I think.
Tell her how much I love her. I love you so much. I mean, like, she gave me goosebumps listening to that. Like, yeah, you're 1,000% right. And, like, I just love you. That's all. I got, like, tears in my eyes.
I want to say I'm sorry I interrupted, but
No, we're happy you did.
I'm
That's fire.
I'm very passionate about this because I would say this: the United States military, they're implementing Marxist ideologies now, and once it gets into the military, it makes us very weak, so we cannot fight our enemies. Thank you.
Men